Jenny says, Bradley, in a previous Hump Day Hangout, you mentioned that you started using PPC for your lead gen business. Yes. Can you talk about how you track results? If I already have tracking number, would it be beneficial to get another Google provided number to track if PPC working? Any tips or things to avoid? Content Kingpin rocks, by the way. Would recommend it or IFTTT SEO to my mother if she had any clients. That's awesome.
That gets a plus 100.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just plus one it. Okay, yeah, absolutely. I'm doing a lot of PPC stuff, and that's what the whole local Kingpin training that launches next month is about. And I'm actually having really good results with it. And so, yeah, but the way that I track results is I use conversion tracking on the landing pages so that if anybody submits the web form, like the contact request form from the landing page, and then they get redirected to the thank you page, I got the conversion. That tracks, that counts as a conversion. And then also I'm tracking phone calls through the tracking phone number if they land on the landing page, because on the landing page is the tracking phone number. And I just use CallFire, and all my calls get routed into a call center, right? So I have I use AnswerConnect. AnswerConnect.com is my call center. So all my calls route into a call center, and then they get dispatched out to the proper contractor. So I end up having a record of it in CallFire, as well as a record of it from the AnswerConnect service, the answering service. Okay, but also what I'm doing is I'm using ad extensions, and I'm using the call extension in AdWords, and that will allow the phone number, a phone number, to show up in the actual ad, especially for mobile devices, and it's tap to call. And with that, I choose to use a Google Voice number. Google just arbitrarily assigns a Google Voice number that forwards to your whatever number you tell it to. In this case, my CallFire tracking number. And that's just in the event that a mobile searcher searches and taps the tap to call button from the ad itself without actually going to the landing page. Because if they go to the landing page, they're going to call the number on the landing page, which is the CallFire number. But if they call directly from the search results by using the tap to call button from the call extension, then it will track as a conversion in Google AdWords. Now, there are some call tracking and conversion tracking softwares for calling or for phones that integrate with Google AdWords. One of them is, I think, what's it called? Callrail.com. I think it's callrail.com. Let's see. No, that's not it. Whoops, I said CallRail. That's why. Try that again. Yeah, this is one of them. There's several of these basically phone conversion tracking systems that integrate with AdWords, and that's probably the better way to go. If I was doing, as I scale my lead gen business using AdWords, remember I just recently got into doing this, but as I scale it up, I'll probably end up investing in one of these services as well. But for the time being, I'm just using CallFire. My answering service, well, everything just gets routed to there anyways. And then if anybody does the tap to call from the actual search results, it's typically only going to be on mobile that happens. Then it registers as a conversion because I'm using the Google Voice number that AdWords will assign for that. If you're using call extensions, it's an ad extension. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. I don't want that to confuse anybody. But let's see. If I already have a tracking number, would it be beneficial to get another Google provided number to track if PPC is working? Yeah, if you have it set up the way that I do, like if somebody lands on your landing page and they call your number that's already a tracking number, whether it's CallFire, Twilio, it doesn't matter, then you're gonna track that anyways. Although it won't register as a conversion inside of AdWords, right? Because AdWords has no way of knowing if somebody picked up the phone and called. Now I know that you can use these types of programs like CallRail, which will have like dynamic number insertion. So you can actually have different phone numbers for different ads, or all different kinds of things. And it's really, this is the advanced way to track. And excuse me, as I get better with AdWords, I'm sure I'll be integrating something like this. It doesn't have to be this particular service. This is just the one that I remembered. So you might want to look into that if you're going to be scaling up your your business. Excuse me.
Yeah, I like CallRail because it actually records the call.
Yeah.
So you know exactly. I don't know CallFire. I haven't used that in a long time.
Yeah, CallFire.
But I like to know what conversation took place. This way, when I go for my check, the person can say, "Well, no, that wasn't a conversion, or that was a sales call, or whatever. That was spam," because it's actually recorded, so they can't get around it.
Yep. Yeah, Callfire does that. So.